coming in with a record of 12-6, take on the 3 seed St. Augustine Prep Hermits, coming in with a record of 14-4. And right off the bat, a line drive into center field from Crusaders leadoff hitter Rafael Rogers is caught by Myers in center field.
Yeah,
for the Hermits.
It looked like Jake bobbled that for a second, like popped out of his glove and was able to then scoop it back up again.
I was doing my intro and some action already coming in. If you're just joining us, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jimmy Bachman alongside Assistant Athletic Director Mr. Tom Brummel. CJ Fury on the mound today for the Hermits as he throws a first pitch strike to number 6, Anthony Mashuli, the shortstop for the Crusaders. 0-1 count, 1 out on the top of the first. Foul tip. So it'll be an 0-2 count now to Mashuli. Fury coming in with a .61 ERA and 29 strikeouts on the season so far through 23 innings pitched. Surely ground ball to Lavari at first. He's got it. Jogs over and tags first, so 2 quick outs for the Hermits.
Yeah, set up late. Set up the stream a little late just to make sure there wasn't any rain coming. There was some of the forecast maybe before 4. Well, it looks like we might be all right. But even before I could get all the scoreboard and everything up and updated, it's already 2 outs through 4 pitches.
And first pitch swinging there from Oveka. Arachi's got it at short. Lavari makes a nice scoop and a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Hermits. Only 4 pitches thrown by Fury, and the Hermits are coming up to bat right after this. Good start.
The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process.
Ready whenever you're. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here from Lavari Field on the campus of St. Augustine Prep. Joe Hartman Diamond Classic quarterfinals, the second matchup of the year between the St. Augustine Prep Hermits and Bishop Eustace Crusaders. I'm Jimmy Bachman alongside Mr. Tom Brummel. Jack Kirchner, the senior, on the mound today for the Crusaders, coming in with a 2.05 ERA, 54 strikeouts, and 30.2 innings pitched. Hermits last took on the Crusaders on April 6th, a long one, 8-7 victory in 11 innings. We had that great Gabe Gillespie walk-off hit to finish off that one.
And we moved the game up an hour to avoid rain. It never rained, and so we just played an extra hour longer. Yeah, the ump had actually come over to both dugouts and said, look, this is the last inning because I can't guarantee another inning without, with enough light for both teams, so why play just the top half if we're never going to get through the bottom? And so luckily Gillespie was able to walk that off.
So 2 of the top teams in South Jersey familiar with each other already. It'll be Joe Arachi to lead off for the Hermits, a foul tip, so 0-1 to him. A little different lineup today for Prep. It'll be Arachi leading off, followed by Gabe Gillespie at third base, and then Jake Myers. In the 4 holes, Marco Lavari, and then DHing is Ryan Williams, followed by CJ Fury, who's on the mound. And 7, 8, 9 is Nick Watson in left field, Alex Bersani in right, and Jack Capuccio at second.
Arachi with the big walk-off single against Cinnaminson the other day. Just very reminiscent of the Gillespie walk-off against Eustis earlier in the year. Just kind of second baseman was covering.
Called strike 3, so Arachi goes down looking on 3 pitches.
That said, like, it looked like the second baseman was kind of in the hole a little bit more than normal. I guess they were playing to pull, and Arachi just kind of slung it the other way, and the Hermits won 1-0.
So Gabe Gillespie now up, hitting with a 3.67 average so far this year. Leads the team in RBIs with 14. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Kirchner, one of the top pitchers for this Crusaders club. 0-2 now to Gillespie. Fury got through a real quick inning in the top of the first. Only 5 pitches thrown. Crusaders looking to respond by doing the same.
Yeah, he's already at 5 now, but I mean, like you said, already been quick. You know what I mean?
And called strike 3, so 2 quick strikeouts, both with a backwards K in the book for Kirchner against the Hermits so far in this one. Now up is Jake Myers. Kirchner working quickly. Strike 1. Has not thrown a ball yet through 7 pitches.
Yeah, Hermits better start swinging early.
0-1 now to Myers. And strike 2. Yeah, you said it, Coach. So the Hermits defeated Cinnaminson 1-0 in the first round of the Diamond Classic. They last played on the 8th against Vineland, won 17-2. It was yesterday. And swing and a miss. So an immaculate inning from Kirchner in his first inning of work. 9 pitches, all strikes, 3 strikeouts. A very quick first inning for both teams. And Eustis now looking to take that momentum into the top of the second right after this. So top of the second now. 1, 2, 3 for both teams in the first. Bishop Eustace coming into this one with a 12-6 record. They've been ranked periodically so far this year, unranked at the moment.
No,
was there a change to that?
Yeah, they were the 18th. Remember,
18th,
they gave
right.
us that update. Oh, no, you know what? You're right,
Oh, yeah,
because he was looking at an old
18,
one.
18 was
Right,
they were
right.
previously 18. They were 18 when the Prep played them, and Prep was ranked 10.
You're right, but anyway, that was the freshman who told us was looking at an old one. But I think they were in the also under consideration on NJ.com's poll. So they're always floating around the top 20.
2-1 count now to the 4-hole hitter for the Crusaders, Christian Mishuli, right fielder.
Yeah, Eustace has had, a couple close losses that if they pull out.
That one drops in for strike 2. Yeah, coming off. They played yesterday at Camden, 118-1, and in their first round of the Diamond Classic, they defeated Haddon Heights 8-1. They're on a 4-game win streak. That one's fouled off by Mishuli.
They lost to us by 1 in 11 innings. They lost to Eastern by 1. They lost to Rainey, who's periodically been number 1 in the state, 3-0. They lost to Shawnee by 1.
By 1.
There's a lot.
Cherokee by 4.
So like a lot of close losses where if they say they beat us and Eastern or someone else, some of that they would be ranked. So Eustis is always, under Sam Tropiano, they've always been a really good team.
Off-speed pitch, line drive right to Gillespie. He makes the grab. Yeah, Coach, like you said, Eustace has definitely been prominent in the past few years. They had Anthony Salametto, one of the top pitchers in the state for multiple years now in the Pirates organization. He was drafted, thrown in the minor leags. So
they had Orlando a few years ago when the Hermits beat him in the South Jersey final. He was a phenomenal player, outfielder and pitcher. But that's why Tropiano leads South Jersey all time in wins. Now, I got a few of them here. He was the Hermits coach for a few years in the 80s. But, yeah, I mean, he's won a lot of games at Bishop Eustace, and there's a reason why he's got that many wins.
Absolutely. So 2-0 count now for Fury. 1 out in the inning. That one drops in for strike 1 against the 5-hole hitter, Vincent Panvini. Coming in with a .395 batting average. 3-1 count now to him. Fury working quickly so far, 15 pitches. As Panvini shows bunt, pulls it back. It'll be ball 4, so he'll take first base. First base runner on the day for the Crusaders. Landon Mack, number 18, the second baseman, now up for Bishop Eustace with a runner on first and 1 out in the inning. Panvini with a solid lead over at first. Fury throws over. Mack hitting .375. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. 10 RBIs on the year. Oh, 1 out. Panvini still with a solid lead over at first. Fury looks over. And the pitch. Just outside, ball 1. So the Eustace lineup today, Rogers leads off, followed by Anthony Mashuli, then Oveka, Christian Mashuli, Panvini, Mack up now, then 7, 8, 9 is Matt Augustin, Dante Bell, and Anthony Kay. Fury throws back again, so the count remains at 1-1. Out in the field today, it's DJ Lloyd behind the plate. He won't be hitting in the lineup because Fury, they have elected to have him hit, even though he's also pitching. In the infield, it's Lavari at first, Capuccio at second, Arachi at short, and Gillespie at third, as that one's called for strike 2. Right field is Bersani, center field is Jake Myers, and in left field is Nick Watson.
Yes, the Hermits going with a little bit different. I'd say Nick Watson's a big different. You know, they've been getting Ryan Williams some at bats. He's been hitting the ball, and he might not be as good of a defender as some of the other Hermits around the horn. So
swing and a miss. So Fury.
So that's
back
why,
down.
Yeah, but that's why you see him DHing today. So he's DHing for Lloyd, who's freshman, maybe not hit as much as he would hope. I mean, he's not been bad, but he's been pretty solid. But they think maybe Williams will swing a little bit better of a bat. But the interesting thing is the sophomore, another sophomore, Nick Watson, in left, as opposed to they've been using Logan Franks a little bit out there. A few different other guys. Normally that's Fury's spot, but obviously when he's on the mound, shake things up a little bit.
Of course, we'll see Gillespie and Lloyd rotate catching. The rest of the infield's been pretty consistent with Lavari at first whenever he's not pitching, in the middle infield with Capuccio and Arachi. One-0 count now to Matt Augustin, the first baseman, as Lloyd's going to try to throw over, and it's going to get by Lavari, so mistake there by the Hermits. Panvini will take second to get a runner in scoring position for the Crusaders. Lloyd saw Panvini taking that big secondary lead, tried to throw over. Lavari wasn't anticipating it. A bit of a throw off to the right. Would have been tough to handle, would have got him out either way. But Panvini, good base running, advances to second with 1-1 count now, 2 outs. Foul tip by Augustin. .23 pitches thrown so far by Fury. He's been excellent so far this year for the Hermits, the senior pitcher, a Villanova commit. One-two count, 2 outs, runner on second. Fury looks back from the stretch end to pitch, fouled off, out of play.
A little bit longer of an inning for Fury, but I think this is kind of more the game we expected.
Doesn't get much short. I think most innings will be longer than the first inning.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we exactly started on time, but the whole first inning, top and bottom, was done by 4:05.
Still 1-2. Fury kicks and deals. Off-speed ground ball over to Capuccio at second. He's got it. Makes the throw over to Lavari. Nice and easy. And Fiore gets out of that one. One walk, no hits. Eustace leaves one runner in scoring position. Score still 0-0. Hermits look to make that different in the bottom of the second. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Bottom of the second now here at Lavari Field. Quarterfinals of the Diamond Classic between the Bishop Eustace Crusaders and the St. Augustine Prep Hermits. Jack Kirchner out back on the mound for his second inning of work was, well, basically perfect in his first inning. 9 pitches, all strikes, 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, you can't get much better than that.
Basically is perfect. So Marco Lavari, the 4-hole hitter up for the Hermits, trying to make some noise. A 0-0 game. First pitch swinging out of play. Lavari, an Old Dominion commit, one of the senior leaders of this Hermits club. He did not swing on that one, so ball 1 to Lavari.
Nah, it doesn't.
308 on the year.
It doesn't hurt to ask, but he wasn't close to going on that one.
1-1, no outs. Drops in for strike 2. Swing and a miss, so strikeout number 4 for Kirchner. Nasty pitch there. Low in the zone. Got Lavari to swing. So it'll be Ryan Williams, the DH, now up for the Hermits. A newer addition in the lineup. He takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0. Hard ground ball up the middle. It's not going to get through. Shortstop's got it. Makes the throw over. Oh, not in time. Actually, though, the scoop. First baseman unable to scoop that one on the ground. Looks like it would have gotten the out. I'll see if they're going to count that as an error. Yeah, the shortstop over there made a nice play.
Mr. Morris gave him the hit, and it was going to be a close play at first. But I guess because, I mean, it was a great play by the shortstop to get there. Yeah. And even the throw was like, based on the circumstances, we had to like kind of get all the way up the middle, stand up, throw. You know, on a one hop, you kind of hope the first baseman scoops that, but not sure if he would have beaten it or not. I think he might have been out if they did that. But either way, awarded a hit on the scoreboard.
Sure, Williams will take that one. So Fury now up at the plate with a runner at first and 1 out. Took the first pitch for a ball, off speed, drops in for strike 1.
I don't know if Williams is really going to steal a base here, so hopefully, I mean, even if ground ball, like Fury's just got to put it in play. Ground ball on the right side, you got a big hole with the first baseman holding the runner on.
That one gets by the catcher. Williams stays at first, not taking a very big lead over there. So Fury at the plate trying to help himself out a little bit. You don't see that nowadays. A lot of the pitchers not hitting, but Fury does, and he's done it consistently all year.
Yeah, a lot of people become POs. Fury was a PO last year, pitcher only, but...
That one lined into left center field. It's going to get down and into the gap. So Fury's going to get himself an extra base hit. Williams, he's going to be halted at third. So a double for C.J. Fury, gets 2 runners in scoring position for the Hermits with just 1 out in the inning. was curious to see if they were going to send Williams there.
Yeah, so at the mainland, when they played Gloucester Catholic a few weeks ago, when they lost a close one, they sent Williams home. I saw one beat writer say Coach Bylone threw up a stop sign. Was it late? It might have been late. He would have been all around the bag. But I'm not sure. But he went home and was out by a little bit, so that might have been going through Coach Bylone's mind. There's another big game like this against a huge Catholic school rival, and he might have just, the trust in Williams to put the ball in play here. Eustis looks like interesting defensive alignment. The shortstop's back, second baseman's in, and the corners are in. So just the shortstop is playing it back. Second base maybe a couple feet off the grass, or a couple steps off the grass as he's creeping closer, but interesting, they only have...
Great base hitting from Fury there to hit that one opposite field. It was low. He's made a great swing on the ball and got himself a double out of it. So Nick Watson now at the plate.
I kind of like this move by Tropiano. Like, he figures if you're going to hit the ball really hard, it might be at shortstop, just kind of pull it a little bit. So leave your shortstop back, so maybe, you give up the run if you hit it there. But if he hits the ball, if he drives it the other way, it might be a little slower if he's not playing a pull. So you put the second baseman, the first baseman in. So now maybe you're saving a run at second base, where if he hits a hard shot to the left side of the infield, it was going to get through if you have everybody in. He's got a shortstop back. So I kind of like the idea by Tropiano. You don't see it too often.
That one low and in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher for Eustace, Anthony Kay. So 2-1 count now to Watson. Hermits with a chance to get on the board here for... Foul tip off the helmet of the catcher.
As the key is here, like I said, just put it in play.
Yep.
Get a sac fly. Maybe it gets through with 3 of the 4 infielders pulled in. You just can't strike out. And Kirshner's been throwing a lot of strikeouts through the early part of this game.
Yeah, watch out for a slider here. He used that a couple times.
Easier said than done, but he's got to put the ball in play.
Pitch low and outside. Good eye from Nick Watson. The count will now be full to him with 1 out. Williams at third, Fury at second. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Kirchner brings the fastball. Watson goes down swinging, his 5th strikeout of the day. It's been all strikeouts so far for Kirchner. And that brings up the 8-hole hitter, Alex Bersani. Been excellent so far for the Hermits. One of the surprise additions in the last few weeks. Was given an opportunity and took advantage of it, hitting .389 on the year with a home run and 3 RBIs.
They're batting close to 500 for a little bit. But I don't know if it's like I said, sometimes you leave guys at the end of the lineup because they're seeing fastballs, or maybe just things are working well, you don't want to mess with it. But Bersani and Capuccio behind him, and maybe you just want to turn the lineup over, get them on base, to give it to the leadoff guys. But both of them been up in the top of the team in hits, and they haven't. Away. They haven't been starting the entire year. Now, it's not like they've been only starting for a few games, but both near the top of the team in hits when you weren't necessarily starting the first week or so. More in Capuccio's case, Bersani's been a little less, but they've been on fire. So hopefully Bersani keeps it going here, and you can get Capuccio up too.
0-2 count for him. Runners in scoring position for the Hermits. Swing and a miss. 6 outs for Kirchner, 6 strikeouts. He gets himself out of a jam there. Hermits with 2 hits get 2 runners into scoring position, but leave them both stranded. So the score is still 0-0 here in Richland. Eustace looking to respond right after this. So top of the third, it'll be 8-9-1 for the Crusaders. CJ Fury out on the mound for his third inning of work. 25 pitches thrown so far, 1 walk, no hits. Dante Bell, the designated hitter, to lead it off for Eustace. First pitch to him, high, ball 1. Hermits had a great opportunity to put runs on the board in the bottom of the second. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out, unable to convert though.
Yeah, both teams very similar inning. I mean, similar first and second innings. Both went down pretty quickly. Fury got some, they got the bat on the ball, but easy outs. And then Kirshner just struck everybody out in the first inning. In the second inning, both pitchers let a runner in scoring position, kind of, I don't want to say labored a little bit, but after they both looked.
Hard ground ball up the middle. It's going to get through. So Bell's got himself a single, the first hit of the day for Eustace.
It's not like either one really struggled. That's not what I mean, but it just looked like both of them were so lights out in the first inning. You almost didn't expect any base runners of the day. So both hit second innings for Fury and Kirshner. It took a little longer. Pitching from the stretch a little bit more. Both got out of jams. But with the leadoff runner here, I think Eustace is looking to try and push one across.
Okay, the catcher showing bunt. Ball 1 to him. I've been told that a lot of the Eustace players dyed their hair blonde or bleached it. And I think I can confirm from my source that this is true.
It looks true.
I don't know what that was for.
I know, playoff.
Nor do I want to know.
Yeah. Kind of a playoff good luck charm, not sure. But didn't square the second time, so I wonder if he was just kind of showing bunt to maybe kind of throw Fury off a little bit.
2-0 count. Ooh. It's going to be a balk. Yeah, Fury thought he had Bell on the pickoff move, but the umpire called it a balk. Seemed like it was. So he'll be given second base. So with no outs, the Crusaders have a runner in scoring position with their 9-hole hitter up. 2-0 count to K. Fury looks back. Bunt shown again. Misses it.
Yeah, it looks like he offered it that one. That one was out of the zone, but the umpire kind of pointed the bat to say he had offered it. It was the reason he called strike 1.
See if he tries the bunt again. He will. Lavari and Gillespie approaching in from first and third, as Fury looks back. So Eustace trying to play some small ball and get the base runner on third for the top of their order. It's Rogers on deck. He flew out his first time in a shot to center field. Kay gets the bunt down. It will do its job. Fury makes the throw over to first, gets the out. But a good bunt from Kay, advances the runner. That's what he was supposed to do. Now for Rafael Rogers, the lead hitter on this Eustace squad. 5 home runs on the year.
Yeah, so, I know the last game ended 8-7. It was 7-7 going into the, in extras. Seems like a higher scoring game, but, normally with these pitchers on the mound, you're not going to get that many opportunities to score. So you're going to try and manufacture some runs. That's what Eustace is doing here. He started with a single, stole a base, and it was a balk, but he was already stealing. That's kind of why it happened anyway. Fury knew if he went home with it, it was going to be an easy stolen base anyway. And
strike
then
two,
bunted.
so 2 quick strikes from Fury. Sorry.
No, you're right.
Saying.
So he's trying to manufacture a run here. And the way to kind of stop that is to get strikeouts because nobody moves on those. So Fury ahead in the count, like you said, 0-2. This is a big couple pitches here to try and get him.
Rogers fouls that one off to stay alive, hitting .347 on the year. 0 for 1 today. Flew out his first time. Infield in for the Hermits. Great opportunity here for Eustace.
That's the thing, too, is you don't want to get too fancy with, ball too far in the dirt because that could squirt away. And
high fastball. Good job by Lloyd to grab it. So 1-0 count now to Rogers with 1 out. Fury's pitch count at 37. Bell over at third. 1-0 and the pitch. Pop up. It's going to get out of play. So the count remains 1-2. Fury from the stretch, kicks and deals, and the pitch, off speed, popped up. It's shallow in the outfield. Myers charging it. He calls for it, makes the grab. Runner tags. Nope, he's going to head back. A good throw from Myers. So it's shallow enough that the Hermits prevent the run.
Yeah, I mean,
I think a good call base running there from Bell. I mean, Myers' throw was a little over to the right, but even then, I think he probably would have had a good opportunity to throw him out.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you look at the, you're watching the camera here, and I mean, it may look like it's a little far up the line, but I think Lloyd was he saw the runner wasn't going, so he's like, let me back up, make sure this ball doesn't squirt behind me. If he's running home, Lloyd's trying to catch that on the other side of the base pass, closer to the pitcher's mound and make the tag, even if it's a few feet up the line. But once he saw no runner was going.
Good block from Lloyd. So 1-1 count now to Mashuli. And good job by Myers to charge in and make that catch, because I saw him and Arachi at shortstop both calling for it. Myers makes the grab, and I think that's a lot better, especially for the throw.
Yeah.
Myers running in can have the momentum, make the quick throw over. Arachi would have had to turn around and make a tougher throw. Eustace could have tugged up there.
Yeah, exactly. You want the guy coming in with the momentum going and catching that ball. So if you're looking to get out of a jam,
1-2 count to the two-hole hitter for the Crusaders. 2 outs in the inning. Runner on third. And the pitch in the dirt. 2-2. Good job by Lloyd behind the plate again. Infield moved back. Fouled off. Mashuli looking to get his team on the board. Hitting .400 on the year. 2-2, 2 outs. Ground ball. Arachi's got it at short. Big throw over. Lavari's got it, and he's out. So, CJ Fury, another excellent inning on the mound, gets out of a quick jam. The score is still 0-0. A good pitching duel here in Richland.
The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling.
So it'll be 9-1-2 for the Hermits in the bottom of the third. Jack Capuccio going to lead off, hitting .442 on the year, leads the team in hits, just the sophomore. Really an excellent rise. Him and Bersani, a couple young guys that didn't know too much about at the beginning of the year. Definitely know their names now. He'll be the first to face Kirchner in this inning. 6 strikeouts so far for him through 2 innings. Hermits got runners on to third and second in the bottom of the second. Unable to score, though. That one drops in for strike 1, so a 1-1 count now to Capuccio.
Like I said, a little bit, he's leading the team in hits, and he's the 9 hitter. It's one of those, he can turn the lineup. But basically, you're starting with a new leadoff guy. He fouls that away. You know, I mean, it's similar last year. They kind of had like Sofran at the 9-hitter who was fast and would get on base. So it's almost like, yeah, you could bat him 6th or 7th, but if you leave him at 9, you could almost, if he gets on base and has that speed, all of a sudden, you know, if Capuccio gets on, he's got Arachi right behind him.
And in a situation like this where it's 9-1-2, you basically have a leadoff hitter hitting
Exactly.
off here because you're basically getting another leadoff hitter.
And it's like I said, you know, no one on this team is probably quite as fast as, you know, Ryan Taylor was last year, Ragsdale, but these guys got some speed
Capuccio
too.
makes contact. Salo pop up into shallow center field. Shortstop makes the run over and grabs it. So Capuccio makes some contact. First out of the day for Eustace. That wasn't a strikeout. That'll bring up Joey Arachi for his second at bat. Struck out his first time.
Like I said, I feel like you're going to get runs from timely hitting and kind of just weird things happening or walks. Like, you know, Hermits had a couple guys on base last time, but they've only had 2 hits, you know, through 2 1/3 innings. Eustace only has the 1. But, you know, you get that hit, you steal a base, you get a bunt. Like, I think you're going to have stuff go that way. It happens. It's good. Team that wins this game is going to have those guys on because of a walk, because of an error, something like that. And who's going to come up with the timely hit to knock in 2 runs, throw up 3 runs in an inning, you know, win this game 3-1, 2-1, something like that. I think that's going to be the difference somewhere on the line.
High fastball, swing and a miss from Arachi, hitting .309 on the year with 2 home runs. You don't see a lot of home runs hit on this field. Pretty rare. Swing and a miss. A good pitch from Kirchner on the outside corner. So Arachi strikes out. That'll bring up Gabe Gillespie with 2 outs. And Kirchner, his velocity is not going to blow you away, but that ball moves. He's thrown that slider a couple times, and it's got the Hermits hitters looking silly.
And he's painting black. His location has been phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been painting the black in the strike zone. Like, not saying he's getting calls because he's hitting the spots. So if he keeps locating his pitches, yeah, that's the other difficult part about hitting it. Is like, you know, you got to swing at this tough pitch to hit right on the edge of the strike zone because you know it's going to be in there, and not let the ump call it. So again, you know, Gillespie falls behind 0-2.
Swing and a miss. So 8 strikeouts in 3 innings for Jack Kirchner. He's absolutely dealing. Score is still 0-0 here as we move on to the 4th inning. Good one. So just to give you a little update of what the Joe Hartman Diamond Classic bracket is looking like at the moment. In this game, between the 3 and the 6 seed, they'll play the winner of number 10 Cherokee, number 2 Gloucester Catholic. On the other side of the bracket, it's number 17 Cherry Hill West taking on number 8 Buna, and they'll play the winner of number 12 Delsey and number 4 EHT. So a couple upsets so far. Shawnee, the 1 seed, went down early. The Hermits on the higher seeded end of the bracket. Nice good pitch there from Fury. Drops in for strike 1, a curveball. All those games being played today, I believe.
Yeah, like, at least
all at the same time. So yeah, they're all. As Oveka shoots that one into left field, it's down for a no-out single.
Second straight inning. Gloucester Catholic's gotten first batter on, so we'll see if they can't turn this one into a game's opening run.
So Christian Mashuli back up. No outs with a runner on first, showing bunt. So Eustace trying to play small ball again. Takes strike one.
Yeah, we'll see if we can't get you any updates on those other games.
Yeah, so it looks like the two games on the other side of the bracket, Cherry Hill West and Buna, and then Delsey EHT, they're both starting at 4. The first pitch for Cherokee Gloucester Catholic's not until 5:30.
Oh, well,
according to NJ.com.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Because they got some lights over there.
I just pulled up their Twitter too. Yeah, it says 5:30 they start. So we won't know who the winner of this game is facing until later tonight.
0-1. Runner goes. Lloyd makes the throw over in time. Did he get the out? He did.
I mean, great tag by Arachi. Like, you know, I mean, he kind of caught it in front of the thing and just kind of flung his hand back, was able to get it.
So I mean, Oveka got a really bad jump. I mean, it looked like.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it this way. He didn't get the best of jump, but also, sooner or later, these people are going to realize that they probably shouldn't run on Lloyd. I mean, I know he's a freshman, but I haven't seen anybody steal a base on him really yet. I'm sure it's happened.
I mean,
but
that was a quick pop time for him, too. I mean, Arachi made a great job to fall over and grab the ball and make the tag, but. Yeah, like you said, Coach, Lloyd looking like, I mean, the Hermits had Sofran for so long, that consistent catcher, and looks like they may have found a good replacement. Next pitch from Fury in the dirt.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just no offense to Sofran. He was a great player for the Hermits, but I think Lloyd's even a little better defensively. Now, Sofran was more advanced as a hitter.
Very good hitter, yeah.
But I think Lloyd's, I mean, I'd have to really think about Fury's older brother. Might be, was a great defensive catcher for the Hermits.
Ooh, that one line drive. Arachi unable to get it, so another single for the Crusaders into left field by Christian Mashuli. So runner on first again with one out.
Yeah, Brian Fury was a great defensive catcher for the Hermits. Even before him, you had Linetto for 4 years. And Linetto was a great, again, he was similar to Lloyd, where his freshman year he didn't necessarily hit as much. And he wasn't as quick and is able to keep the ball in front of him as Lloyd is. Not that he wasn't able to do it, but his arm was unbelievable, which is why he was the starter as a freshman. Like, you don't see too many starting.
Ooh, a line drive right at the middle. Fury to move out of the way. Mashuli will stay at second. So 3 singles by Eustace here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, you wonder.
Hitters finally starting to wake up a little bit, as now they got runners on first and second with 1 out.
Yeah, Eustace must be kicking themselves for sending them there. I mean, probably you score on that, or if you don't score on that, because that was a good line, a hard hit right at Myers. You're at worst case scenario, no outs, bases loaded.
So Landon Mack, the second baseman, 6-hole hitter up. 1 out. Fury kicks and deals. Strike 1. So both of these pitchers, even though these teams have seen each other, Kirchner and Fury did not pitch in the last matchup between the Hermits and Eustace. There's Kauser, and then a bunch of guys, a big bullpen game for both teams, obviously. But Kauser started for the Hermits, and Kay started for Eustace.
And who came up big in that game was Manny Aponte. Played a little third base this year. They've used him out of the pen when they've needed. But he had a couple solid innings there when it's just kind of like you're getting into the 9th, 10th, 11th inning, and you're just kind of like, hey, who do we got? And Aponte stepped up.
So 2-1 count now to Mack. Fury kicks and deals, swing and a miss. So Fury, this will be pitch number 60 for him. Curious to see how long Coach Bailon wants him in there. He's done well so far. 2-2 count, swing and a miss. Big strikeout there from Fury to get 2 outs.
Yeah, I mean, Fury's a tough pitcher. He's going to get in some jams, but he's, mentally tough, and he's got the stuff to get himself out of it. So, you just got to do it one more time here. Clear the bases, hopefully get through 4.
You'll notice he's a tough pitcher to get those big hits against. Even when Eustace got a couple hits so far this inning, but they've only been singles. You don't see a lot of doubles and balls hit into the gap against C.J. Fury. First pitch to Augustin, low and outside for ball 1. So yesterday against Vineland, Marco Lavari started. He got the win. Jake Myers and Matt Kauser both also pitched. So I'm just looking to see who's available today for the Hermits. Michael Burnley possibly. Could go Kauser again.
Interesting. I don't think
Pogorski.
I don't think I've seen Myers on the on the hill for the Hermits.
I mean, it was a blowout win for the Hermits. So maybe could finally just trying something.
I mean, Kauser looks lights out at times. I know he had a couple, rocky start here or there, but he's looked really good when he's on. I know Burnley had a rough outing the other day against.
Ground ball, not hit hard by Gustin. Capuccio's got it, tosses it over. So Fury gets himself out of a jam again. These pitchers doing a great job today in this Big Diamond Classic quarterfinals matchup. See if the Hermits could get on the board here right after this.
The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience.
Meat of the order up for the Hermits, 3, 4, 5. Myers, Lavari, Williams. Two-faced Kirchner to start off this bottom of the fourth. If you're just joining us, I'm Jimmy Bachman alongside Mr. Tom Brummel. Quarterfinals of the Joe Hartman Diamond Classic between the number 3 seed St. Augustine and number 6 seed Bishop Eustace. 0-0 score. It's been a pitching duel so far between Kirchner and CJ Fury. 4 hits so far for Eustace. 2 hits for the Hermits. First pitch to Myers was outside for a ball. The second one, low, ball 2.
Yeah, I mean, it went strikeout, walk for the first time in the order through the 3 guys. I mean, strikeout, single for the guys due up for the Hermits. So hopefully they can get a little more productive out of that.
Myers ground ball over to second base. He's got it, makes the throw over. And a quick out for Kirchner. 8 strikeouts. 10 total outs so far for him, 8 strikeouts. So,
yeah, Kirchner, it looks like their ace, just looking how many innings he's thrown for Eustace, 30 this year. Iman McDermott in second place of that, who's got a .55 ERA according to Ninja.com. But McDermott, not too shabby. I mean, Kirchner not too shabby himself with a .205 ERA. The Rutgers commit, showing why he's going to play Big Ten baseball.
So Lavari now up, takes that one outside. 1-1 count to him with 1 out.
It's still weird to say Big Ten with Rutgers, but
for the Big East.
Yeah, well, them and Maryland. Maryland does not feel like a Big Ten team.
Oop. Ground ball hit hard by Lavari. Third baseman bobbled it, so he will reach first. There you go. You just got to make contact if you're the Hermits. A lot of strikeouts so far today. But high school baseball errors happen, so when you make contact, good things happen.
Yeah, exactly. Not only do good things happen because you get singles, hits, like you would think in the MLB, but you're right. A lot of these players are 14, 15, 16, 17, something like that. Put the ball in play, good things happen. Bobbled a little bit. He's not the fastest on the team, but, still able to leg that one out as there was no throw over.
I might take offense to that.
I don't know.
I don't call out players for being slow anymore. After Kyle Neary got mad at me last year for calling him slow.
I always thought Neary was fast, but he was more of a straight line speed. Maybe not agile as much. But yeah, Weingartner got mad at me for saying he wasn't as fast as like Taylor and Ragsdale. So we should just have them all.
We'll just say we appreciate them tuning in to watch for the film. We'll leave it at that. So 2-1 count now to Williams. designated hitter today. They're going to count the Lavari. It's going to be an error on Eustace when Lavari reached first.
I think it's more their friends and family watching, making fun of them.
Maybe. 2-1 count, 1 out. Kirchner's pitch, in for strike 2. Williams 1 for 1 today. One of the 2 hits for the Hermits. Fury has the other. Swing and a miss. I think it's that slider again.
Yeah.
Kirchner, the thing's working so far today against the right-handed Hermits hitters.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't slow enough to be like a curveball or anything like that. So that's just that slider, that late dip out of the zone, still going pretty fast. Been a really effective pitch today for him.
The Hermits mostly made up of righties, so it's going to be effective. But one of the lefties for the Hermits, Fury, doubled his first time. See if he can help himself out a little bit. Get another one in the gap, score a run for the Hermits. 1-0. Swing and a miss. .51 pitches so far for Kirchner. Working rather quickly. Out of the stretch, drops in for strike 2. Locating that well, just really painting the corners.
Yeah, been a pretty good strike zone today, too, from the home plate ump. Thought that one might have been a little outside, but, I mean, that was close. Every other pitch.
Oop, lost that one, so Lavari will take second. Yeah, that one just slipped out of his hands, so you could see it was high.
Like I say, every other, even that one where I was a little iffy on, every other pitch that been thrown in today, I thought was accurately called. So.
Probably trying to throw a curveball or something there and just lost control of it.
Yeah, it helps the Hermits out. I mean, now Marco can score with a well-placed single.
So big chance for Fury. 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner on second. Bottom of the 4th, score still 0-0 here in Richland. Kirchner from the stretch, kicks and deals, and the pitch. Just inside. So it'll be a full count.
Yeah, I'll go the opposite way. I thought the other one was a ball when he caught a strike. I thought that was strike 3 when it hit.
3-2. Fury grounds that one down the third base line, foul. Count remains full. Pitch number 56 for Kirchner. It's been excellent so far today. Hermits trying to get on the board. And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Another strikeout.
Strikeout number 10 for Jack Kirchner. Absolutely dealing in this pitching duel between the Hermits and the Crusaders. We move on to the 5th inning. Someone's going to score sooner or later. We'll see what happens right after this. Top of the 5th. It will be 8-9-1 for Bishop Eustace. Bell to lead off. He singled his first time. Fury back out. His pitch count at 63 at the moment. 4 hits against him so far, no runs. Ground ball to Gillespie. First pitch swinging from Bell. Makes the throw over. Doesn't get much easier than that for the Hermits.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've made some. We talked about earlier how Gillespie and Lloyd started the year switching a lot, especially out of right field. But they kind of seen their groove or find their groove in the last week or two, where they've been leaving Lloyd behind the plate more and Gillespie at third because Bersani's been hitting. So, and you just saw how another great defensive play there by Gillespie. I don't think I've seen him. He's played. I'm not going to try and jinx it, but he's played great over there at third since he's been there. So. Seems like the Hermits are trying to settle into a more consistent lineup if everybody can be hitting.
2 swings and misses by Kay so far in this at-bat. 0-2 count to him with 1 out. No runners on base, and the pitch from Fury. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 misses. Kay goes down swinging.
Yeah, like I said, it's scattered hits, some hits in the last couple innings. I'd like to, it'd be great to see
nice
Fury,
inning,
get an easy inning like he did in the first. He hasn't had quite as easy a time since, but he's kept him off the board. But I'd love to see, 1, 2, 3 real fast.
So top of the order back up, swing and a miss. Might have been fouled, might have been tipped by Rogers. 0 for 2 today. Big power hitter for Eustace. 5 pitches so far this inning for Fury. Middle infield back. Swing and a miss again. So 0-2 now to Rogers. 2 outs. Fury in the windup, kicks and deals. That one deep into left field. Runner, outfielder going back. It's gonna be gone. Well, I said it. Rafael Rogers, the big power hitter for Bishop Eustace. Home run number 6 on the year. And the Crusaders are on the board. The score is 1-0. That thing just carried.
Yeah. Kept going and going. Saw Watson goes back. I was hoping he could hit off the top of the wall, but that carried out by a few feet. An 0-2 count. That's a tough one to give up.
So the Hermits will now be working from behind. Fury trying to get out of this inning with any more damage done. First pitch to Anthony Mashuli. In for strike 1. 0-1, 2 outs in the dirt, ball 1. So Rafael Rogers, the third baseman for this Crusaders club, comes up big with a 0-2, 2 out home run shot deep into left field to put his team on the board. 2-1 count now to Mashuli. And he shoots that one into center field. Myers trying to get to it. He won't. It's going to get by him and into the gap. So Mashuli's going to get extra bases here. And Myers bobbles it, trying to pick it up, getting it in. And that, because of that mistake, Mashuli is going to advance to third.
Yeah, Myers probably should have just let that one drop and in front of him. Instead, he tried to make a play, kind of ball squirted behind him, and then the slight bobble, made it an easy, advancing to third easy for him. So, I think Coach Ney is going to go out and have a talk with Fury. He looked like he was cruising along, gave up the home run, and then a solid hit there. It was a line drive.
And what really should have been a single ended up being a triple, so that you can't really blame him too much for that one. I don't even know if that run will be earned if it's ended up being scored.
Yeah. But the ball was hit hard, regardless, even though,
It was. They're
going to peek down.
Nobody throwing over there yet?
Somebody is. I believe it's Cowser, but it's hard to see. I'm pretty sure it's Cowser. There's a couple parents in the way in our sight line from here to the Hermits bullpen.
Yeah, it looks like it's either. I think it is Cowser. Yep. So Cowser threw an inning yesterday. Fury this week pitch number 75, and first strike against Oveka. He singled his last time. In a game like this, you really don't want to give up another run if you're the Hermits.
No, with the way
Kirchner's throwing. Even getting that one back is going to be tough. So, quick 0-2 count. Low, ball one. Runner on third for Eustace. Next pitch from Fury off speed, chopper. Hirachi plays it off the bounce, makes the throw over in time. So the inning is over, but Eustace finally gets on the board off a solo shot from Rafael Rogers. The Hermits now playing from behind, need a response. We'll see if they can right after this. So this game a bit different compared to the last game between the Hermits and Bishop Eustace back in early April when the score was 7-7 by the fifth inning. Well, we're in the fifth inning in this one, and the score is 1-0. That just, the 0-0 score just changed a few minutes ago when Rafael Rogers hit a solo home run to give the Eustace the lead, up 1-0. Jack Kirchner out for his fifth inning of work. Only 2 hits against him so far by the Hermits. Playing from behind. Two good cuts from Nick Watson, fouled off out of play. 7-8-9 up for the Hermits. 0-2 count now for him with 1 out. And the pitch from Kirchner. Called strike 3. Bottom outside corner. Tough one from Watson. Not much you can do with that.
Yeah, that's the thing, too, is Kirchner's making quick work of it. Like, you look at his pitch count, he looks like he's going to have plenty of time to go all 7. So, Hermit's got to get something off of him. You know, it's not like, oh, hey, maybe we can outlast him and get into the bullpen. Kirchner's been effective and he's throwing strikes. Like, you got to get on.
Yeah, just past 60 pitches.
He was averaging like 14 an inning earlier, so if you go...
He's been really efficient.
You know,
he's getting ahead in the counts. An 0-2 now to Bersani.
Ooh.
Hit him. Hit him. Let's see. Oh, they're going to call it a foul ball. A little confusion here. The umpire's going to call it a foul ball, saying it hit his hand. I mean, it looked like couldn't tell if it hit his hand or his wrist, because your hand is a part of the bat. Are they going to give it to him?
Yep, they are going to give it to him. He thought it over. Hey, you got the right call. You know, I mean, even if initially you had the wrong, call on the field, they thought about it for a second. I don't know if he talked it over or just kind of gave himself some time to think. But he does award the hit by pitch because, I think at first he heard a little bit of sound, but Bersani has that big, forearm, like wrist guard thing to make sure he didn't get any injury. So I think there was a small click, but that was what the ump had heard. So, he thought about it and he's like, you know what, that wasn't the aluminum bat.
First pitch to Capuccio in for strike 1. See, the hand is technically a part of the bat,
Yeah.
but I guess it got him right on the wrist or the forearm.
He had like that forearm protector. I can't really see it now, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't just on the wrist, so it was like more like the halfway down his forearm for what it actually hit.
So Bersani takes one for the team, gets a runner on base for the Hermits for Jack Capuccio, a 9-hole hitter. That one drops in for strike 2.
That's that slider we've been talking about. Get it to dive right into the zone.
0-2 again. Kirchner consistently getting ahead in the count. Another 0-2. Just low.
Even the Bersani's hit by pitch. He was ahead
0-2.
2-1 or 2-0-2. Yeah. I mean, sorry, I was going to say I don't know if it was 1-2 or 0-2, but he's been getting ahead. That's like I said. That's why he's only at 65 pitches, and keeps being this efficient. He's going to go the distance.
That one in the dirt. 2-2 count now for Capuccio, the hit leader for the Hermits. Bersani over at first. Decent lead for him. And the pitch drops in, called strike 3. It looks like that looks like that strike zone is low. I mean, there's a couple of times the Hermits hitters aren't too happy about these calls being around the knees. I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard to tell from our angle, but it seems like the ump is expanding it around the knees. That a lot of those lower pitches that Kirchner's getting.
You got 2 strikes though. You got to get the bat off the shoulder.
No, that's true. I went outside, ball 1. Capuccio wasn't happy on that one. Watson was called 3rd strike on a similar pitch. Swing and a miss from Arachi, 1-1. 2 outs.
Nobody better than you here, kid. Let's go.
1-1. Strike 2.
This is going to be the time. 2 outs, top of the order coming up. Hopefully get a couple hits.
1-2 to Arachi in the pitch. Swing and a miss. I think it was that slider again. Jack Kirchner. Incredible so far in this one. Hermits unable to touch him almost. Only 2 hits given up, and they go down again quickly. So we move on to the 6th inning. Eustace looking to get a few insurance runs. Stay tuned.
The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015. Let our 50 years of experience guide you through the home buying and selling process. The Rich Bersani Group at Green Tree Mortgage and Nick Christopher and Sherry Klein of the Christopher Property Group at Remax Community have been proud partners with St. Augustine Prep since 2015.
So pitching change here in Richland, top of the 6th. Number 32, Matt Kauser coming in to throw for the Hermits. So far this year coming in with an ERA of 3.25, 15 strikeouts and 13 innings pitched. In relief of C.J. Fury, his day on the mound is over. He's moving over to left field in replace of Watson. First pitch from Kauser drops in for strike one. But through 5 innings for Fury, 6 hits given up, 1 run earned. Really a good day from him. He just needs his bats to help him out a little bit, but it's going to be tough against Kirchner, who has been dealing so far. Was really energetic after the strikeout to end last inning.
Yeah, I wonder what good pitch.
Good pitch from Kauser on the low outside for a strikeout.
Yeah, I wonder what it's like. This is going to be for the Hermits lineup. Like, so, you know, the DH is in for Lloyd, and so Fury, you know, when he moves to left field, he keeps a spot in the batting order. As when Mr. Morris announced it, Kauser will be batting in the 7th position.
So I assume somebody will come in and
yeah, you know what I mean. Like maybe
for him,
maybe if they want to let because Kauser usually doesn't hit. But if they want to leave him in the game, I guess they can sub him in and sub him out one time. But
ground ball chopper can be a tough play. Arachi's got it, makes the throw over. It's not in time. Gets by Lavari. Good job by Lloyd to get all the way down there as the catcher to keep the runner at first.
Yeah, the fundamentals save you bases sometimes. Lloyd hustling down the line like he should. Able to get the ball once it goes by Lavari.
So that'll count as a hit. 7 on the day for the Crusaders. First against Kauser, 1 out. There'll be a runner on first for number 18, Landon Mack, second baseman. So Mack back up for his 3rd at bat. Kauser from the stretch kicks and deals. Fastball in for strike 1. So as I said, Kauser threw yesterday, 1 inning against Vineland. Back out today. He's had a couple games where he started, a few where he's come out of the bullpen. As Mack shoots that one deep into right field, it's going to get down. Bersani able to cut it off, though. It's probably going to save a run. Mack trying to get into second. He will. So a 1-out double from him gets 2 runners into scoring position for the Crusaders.
Yeah, good play there by Bersani to get on it, fire it in. Almost gets the runner at second, but he was in there by a foot or so. It wasn't like a bang play, but he made it closer than it could have been. So good play there by Bersani, but you're right. They got two runners in scoring position, and as hard as it is for the Hermits, it's going to be scored a 1 today. You don't want to have to get 3 or 4. So Kauser's going to have to kind of settle down. I know the first hit he gave up wasn't exactly the hardest hit in the world. Well-placed single that Arachi couldn't quite get to and fire over, but that one was hit on a rope down the line. So Kauser's been pitching well, but for a couple batters in, but he's really got to see if he can't get a couple strikeouts here. Or at least 1.
Especially with Kirchner only at 71 pitches, so he could very easily close out the game, and the Hermits really haven't been able to do much against him so far. Besides the 1 double from Fury, not a lot of hitting.
Yes, the infield will be in.
Contact.
Yeah, infield will be in for the Hermits, trying to save that run. They realize how these runs are going to be at a premium.
So Matt Augustin up. Great opportunity to give his team a few insurance runs. 2 in scoring position.
And I said all he's got to do is really make contact. If you put a ground ball hard enough, it's single. You put it in the air, you can do a sac fly. So his job should be make contact. Hopefully Kauser's trying to get a couple swing and misses. Ooh.
Shows bunt. It's going to be a squeeze. Goes foul. Ooh, so a little trickery there from Eustis. They've showed bunt a couple times today, but try the squeeze. The runner was going. That was a suicide squeeze.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It wasn't a safety squeeze or anything where he's halfway down the line, you put it down, and he makes the decision. That was full-on suicide squeeze. He was running. Luckily for the Hermits, that ball goes foul.
The infield's in for the Hermits. All of the infielders up on the edge of the grass. So 0-2 count now to Augustin. Kauser's pitch. Fly ball into center field. Myers is under it. Runner's going to tag up. The throw is not going to be in time, so a sack fly from Augustin scores another run for Eustace. Score is now 2-0. So good hitting there.
Yeah, I mean, did what you had to do. Put the ball in play. Got the sacrifice fly. Got another run.
Now Bell up at the plate. Curveball from Kauser drops in for strike one. Bell's already singled today, the designated hitter for the Crusaders. 2 outs. Hermits trying to get out of this inning with any more without any more damage done. Another pitch from Kauser drops in for strike two. So 0-2 count now to Bell with 2 outs. Kauser gets his pitch from the stretch, kicks and deals. Fouled off out of play. Count remains at 0-2. And the pitch. Off speed, drops in. Ball one in the dirt. Good block by Lloyd with the runner over at third. Next pitch from Kauser. Called strike three. So Bishop Eustace gets 1 extra run to extend their lead to 2. But Kauser prevents any more damage from being done. Hermits are in need of some hits. Bottom of the 6th, see if they can get any. So bottom of the 6th. Only 6 more outs the Hermits have to work with. Down 2-0 in the quarterfinals of the Joe Hartman Diamond Classic.
I feel like the Hermits got to get something here because you go down in order 2, 3, 4. That means you're going 5, 6, 7. Like you're back into the order in the 7th. Like if you want to get back to that top of the order,
I agree.
You got to try and push one across. If you're going to push one across, it means you're probably going to have 5 guys at the plate or something like that, and then you could have another chance. So the Hermits got to get like 1 here. Even if they don't tie the game, it can at least push you back towards that leadoff guys again in the 7th to give yourself another shot at tying the game.
1-2 count to Gillespie. Swing and a miss. Another great pitch from Kirchner.
Yeah, he's been real good today.
I lost count of the strikeout total, but last time I had it was at like 11 or 12, so he might be nearing 15 at this point. Really an incredible outing by him.
Yeah, so Myers is one of these guys, like I said, akin to like your Ragsdale or Taylor last year, where he can be a one-man wrecking ball, with his speed. So hopefully he can get on, maybe steal a bag, and all of a sudden you just need 1 hit from, your Lavari or, whoever's right after him.
Strike 2. Oh, 2 now to Myers. 1 out, no runners on base. Kirchner have the windup, another nasty pitch in the dirt. Myers goes down swinging. Another strikeout for Jack Kirchner, the Rutgers commit from Bishop Eustace.
Marco Lavari steps to the plate. Remember, his brothers had some magic in these Eustace games. There was one of the best games that fouls that away I've ever seen was Hermits got up early on Eustis in the, I think it was South Jersey semifinals in 2018, the last time they won the state championship. Eustis scored 6th in the 8th to take a 11-9 lead, and then Marco's brother Kenny hit a 3-run bomb to win the game 12-11 in the 7th. Obviously, it wasn't a walk-off because you're at Eustis, and there's a short porch on Eustis' right field.
Swing and a miss. So 3 strikeouts for Kirchner. That's a lot of strikeouts for the day so far. The Hermits were looking for a spark. They didn't get it in the 6th. We move on to the 7th. 1 bat to go for each team. Eustace looking to close this one out. Stay tuned. Top of the 7th here in Richland. If you're just joining us, I'm Jimmy Bachman alongside Mr. Tom Bermel. Hermits down in this one 2-0 against Bishop Eustace in the quarterfinals of the Diamond Classic. Crusaders looking to add on a few more insurance runs, but there hasn't been too much pressure on their hitters today with how well Jack Kirchner has been throwing on the mound.
Yeah, Hermits threatened twice, but he got out of it. And outside of that, it's been, like I said, a ton of strikeouts.
We've seen it the few times the Hermits have been able to make consistent contact. They've had some success getting on base, but just so many strikeouts, they haven't done that too much so far. So Cowser in his 2nd inning of work. 9-1-2 for the Crusaders. Anthony Kay, the catcher, to lead it off. First pitch high outside, ball 1. That one drops in, so 1-1 count now. Cowser 15 pitches in his 1st inning of work. 1 run was given up. Another off speed, drops in for strike 2. High fastball, 2-2 count now, 2K. Hermits looking to prevent any more damage from being done. Cowser out of the windup. Ooh, just inside, full count now. Swing and a miss. Good fastball from Cowser, gets K down swinging. 1 out in the inning. One thing I've noticed, Mr. Ramel, in the last, especially the last inning, the last 1 or 2 innings, a lot of energy from that Eustace dugout, and the Hermits dugout just seems dead.
Yeah, I mean, especially when they got that home run, it really kind of like started to bring them to life. I mean, they kind of feel it a little bit more. When you're not getting hits, you're not getting on base, there's not much to be excited about. But that home run really brought Eustace to life.
Strike one from Kauser. So leadoff hitter Rafael Rogers homered his last time to give Eustace the lead. 1-2 count now to him against Kauser. His 6th home run of the year. On a field that you don't see too many home runs hit on. Curveball there from Kauser, foul tip.
Yeah, like you gotta be strong to do it. It's not like that's too infrequent, like like it never happens. But yeah, you gotta get a lot behind it to get the ball out. Like I was saying, if your Bishop Eustace's right field's about 30 feet past the first base bag.
Ground ball. Capuccio's got it at second. Got to hurry and make the throw over. He does. So Rogers grounds out. Two outs now in the inning for Anthony Mashuli. Tripled his last time. First pitch from Kauser in the windup, just high. Fastball for ball one. Strike one now. It will be 5, 6, 7 for the Hermits in the bottom of the 7th. Williams, Fury, and Watson. Well, I guess we'll see what they want to do in that 7 hole because Watson was taken out when Fury moved to left field, so I assume they'll make a change.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of forget the high school rules. Like, since Kauser got substituted for Watson, like, are they tied together? But then again, you can only sub them out once. So either way, you assume that they're going to be pinch hitting for Kauser right there. But I don't think he'll be able to re-enter the game depending upon what they do.
Yeah, I see Dom Diatavio hitting over there in the cage. I wonder if it'll be him subbing it in the 7 hole. Next pitch from Kauser, lined into left center field. It's going to get down for a single. So, 2-out knock. Keeps this inning going for the Crusaders. 9 hits on the day now for Houston, for Eustace. As Christian Oveka approaches the plate. Kauser on the stretch. That one's popped up. Hirachi's got it. Backpedaling into shout. Oh, no. And a mistake. It's going to get down. Seemed to just misjudge it. The sun kind of popped out at the worst time. Hirachi had a call the whole time into shallow left field. Got down. So runners now on the corners now for Bishop Eustace with 2 outs. Had the one single and good base running from Mashuli to get all the way over to third on that one, running on contact with 2 outs.
So Eustace trying to get the rundown, and the Hermits eventually just give it to him. Yeah, it's like I said, they know it's going to be hard enough to get 2 runs. So if you get 3, what's the difference with 4? Like, let the guy go to second. Focus on the batter here, because if you mess up there, just get the batter. Don't give up the run trying to get that out and trying to preserve that 4-run deficit. But yeah, a mistake there by Hirachi. Like I said, I don't know what it was, but he was kind of like too far to the left. Don't know if the ball drifted, but it's a play the Hermits are got to make, and hopefully it doesn't hurt him here.
So Lloyd calls time to talk it over with his pitcher, and a 1-0 count to Christian Mashuli with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. Eustace already up 2 runs. Looking to extend it. Good opportunity for them to do so with the 4-hole hitter up. Next pitch from Kauser drops in for ball 2. That's a fastball down the middle, first strike 1. It's Anthony Mashuli at third. Oveka at second. Two one. That one's in for strike 2, so 2 fastballs in a row from Kauser. 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position for Bishop Eustace. And a 2-0 ball game. Pitch number 38 from Kauser. Here it is, just outside ball 3. So full count now. Kauser gets his pitch. Full count, off speed, foul tip.
Yeah, Lloyd
he wanted that one. Foul tip.
It was a tough. He's mad at himself because he knows. He's a great defensive catcher. Catches those a lot of times, but just out of in and out of the glove, off the foul tip, or maybe right on the edge. But he wanted that, but instead they'll stay alive for at least one more pitch.
Count remains full. Next pitch from Kauser. Chopper down the line, foul. So good at bat here from Christian Mashuli, staying alive. And the next pitch from Kauser. Popped up. Into foul territory. It's going to be out of play.
Staying alive. This will be at least the 7th pitch of the at-bat. 8th because the foul tip.
Next payoff pitch from Kauser, swing and a miss. He brings the off speed and he gets Mashuli down swinging. So the Hermits prevent any more runs from getting in for Eustis. They only got 3 more outs to work with though. Down 2. Let's see if they can get any magic going in the bottom of the 7th. Stay tuned. So bottom of the 7th here, last chance for the Hermits. It'll be 5, 6, 7 for them. Ryan Williams to lead it off. He has a single today. The 7th inning of work by Jack Kirchner by Bishop Eustace.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if Williams was able to get on, put a pinch runner. But again, you know what? He's not the tying run. So you don't have to be too aggressive with him. But you're right, it does look like Dom DeTavio is warming up over there in the hole to hit for Kauser.
That one fouled off out of play, so 1-2 count now for Williams. Hermits in need of a spark early in this inning to try and get a little momentum on their side against Kirchner, who's they haven't really hit on in the last few innings. 1-2, low.
Yeah, and it shows how great of a game Kirchner's having, that he's at 87 pitches with all those strikeouts. It's not even like he's getting first pitch outs, keeping his pitch count low, but he's got plenty of pitches to work with to get out of here with a complete game.
Popped up out of play again for Williams. So the count remains at 2-2. As I said, he already has a hit today. Be a good time for another one. 2-2 from Kirchner. Called strike 3. Another great pitch from him, just drops in.
Yeah, it's got to be a slider. I mean, like he's
Had
been,
to be, yeah, because it looked like it ended up down the middle when it hit the catcher's mitt. But
yeah, especially those right-handed hitters, he's been really, really good today, kind of having that break into the zone at the last second with that speed and movement.
I believe he only has one walk today. So C.J. Fury now up, playing left field now. Takes first pitch strike. That was pitch number 90 from Kirchner. Off speed, drops in, ball 1. One's the count, 1 out. Fury grounds that one towards the shortstop. It's going to be a tough play. He's got to hurry over. And in time, so Fury grounds out. And 2 outs now for the Hermits. Brings up Don Tatavio as the final out.
So the Hermits need base runners. So Tatavio's got to get on any way he can. Like we said, probably.
Tatavio, first pitch swinging, lines that one. It's going to be a single for him, so hopefully the start of a 2-out rally for the Hermits. Good job by Tatavio coming right into the game and not taking his time, not taking any time.
Yeah, I mean, Kirchner's throwing strikes. Yeah, I mean, like you may as well swing at some of the first pitches if it's the best one you're going to see, because all of a sudden you're behind the count and you're pressing. Tatavio just does a great job of hitting right there, and he realizes, hey, look, if he's throwing strikes, may as well swing.
Coach Bylon going to get a little more speed on the bases. David Capuccio is going to pinch run. Bersani up to the plate.
At least the Hermits have the tying run at the plate. Still need a lot to happen.
Swing and a miss. First pitch from Bersani. Represents the tying run at the plate. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Called strike 2. That's what Kirchner's been doing all game, getting ahead of the count. 0-2 count now for Bersani, 2 outs. Kirchner kicks and deals. Fouled off out of play.
Yeah, staying alive there, but like that's the thing with when Kirchner's working like this, he's ahead in the count. Like he found a way to stay alive, but Kirchner's got plenty of balls to play with. He can throw one in the dirt if he wants. He can go high, try and get him to chase.
Next pitch, high.
Hermits dugout coming a little bit alive after that Tatavio single.
1-2. See if he tries to go the slider here. Low and outside. 1-2 count, 2 outs. That one's high again. Bersani was hit by a pitch his last at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Last chance for the Hermits. And the pitch. Ground ball lightly towards the first baseman. And the move over at first is in time. So Kirchner gets the flip over, and the ball game is over. Final score, Bishop Eustace 2, St. Augustine 0. So Bishop Eustace will advance to the semifinals of the Joe Hartman Diamond Classic. They'll play the winner of Gloucester Catholic and Cherokee. Their record advances to 13-6. The Hermits dropped to 14-5 on the year. C.J. Fury will be given the loss, and even though he pitched really well today, only 1 run given up.
Yeah, it's a tough
in
one.
5 innings of work, so definitely not on him. Just an excellent, excellent performance by Jack Kirchner, number 45, Rutgers commit, the pitcher today for Bishop Eustace. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits given up, no runs, 99 pitches thrown. An absolutely amazing game from him. The Hermits couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, I mean, this tournament's not easy to win. Hermits won it last year, but they've only won it, I think, 3 times in their history. So it's not a simple thing to do, especially when you have to go through all of these teams. Bishop uses a quarterfinal game, and it's a really tough tournament. You got to get lucky. You got to get some timely hitting, and it just wasn't on the Hermits side today as Kirchner pitched a phenomenal game.
Yeah, I agree.
Having that said, now you just got to focus on the Cal. You want to win the Cal. You want to keep winning your games, get your power points. Hopefully you can get that 1 seed, because the 1 seed gets to host the South Jersey final if they make it that far. But the key, I think, is trying to keep Red Bank Catholic on the other side of the bracket, as they are really good. I mean, Donovan Catholic's really good. There's a lot of Notre Dame's good, but really there. You want to the Caseys seem to be one of the top teams in the state, so try and face them in the South Jersey final, hopefully at home. So you got to keep winning those league games, trying to get as many power points, and like I said, A, get a home field hopefully, and B, at least avoid them till the South Jersey final.
Yeah, so just a quick little schedule update for the Hermits. Nearing the end of the season, they have a 2-game series with Egg Harbor Township later this week, and then next week against Holy Spirit, and then at Jackson Memorial to end the regular season. Our next stream will be on Thursday, May 11th, as the Hermits baseball takes on Egg Harbor here at 4 o'clock. Stay tuned for that, and stay tuned to Hermits' social media pages for any updates. But that'll do it here in Richland for today. I'm Jimmy Bachman alongside Mr. Tom Rommel. We thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Signing off, as always, go Hermits.